ace-king high, and Columba Duffy ace-jack high. Weber checked action on Duffy.
My guy not in a good mood.
Duffy bets 1,000. That would put Ivy all in, and there he goes.
He's got to go all in on a gut shot. Phil has 3 top 25 finishes this decade in the main event, but he's staring at an early exit. Oh, I'm glad you're a bit tired, pal. You'll have plenty of time to rest after this hand.
Weber made the call.
I keep picking Phil Ivy to win the main event. He keeps paying me back by yawning.
Ivy all in. Weber and Duffy with a small side pot. A 4 on the turn, no help to Ivy, but Duffy with a nut flush draw.
And Ivy will need a queen or a jack, or our day is done.
River card is at 10, and that's going to be it. Phil Ivy eliminated. Weber will win both pots, but Phil will take his leave. He was crushed earlier holding the nut flush and goes out here as Weber collects his winnings.
Yeah, go back to the big game and make $500,000. Thanks for coming, Jerome.
The main event just got a little less dangerous for the remaining players. Back inside the Rio, we lost one Iceman, Chuck Liddell, but the other one, Teddy Monroe, still alive in the main event.
The Iceman at the table?
Yeah, the #1 player, baby.
What does that mean, Iceman?
It means
Does that mean like you wear eyes? Does that mean you're cool?
That's 1.
It means you wear a lot of eyes? You got a lot of jewelry?
That's 2.
There's more?
And what else? It's #3 to
It means
it.
you can't be shook?
No.
What's number 3?
I'll freeze you, baby, when I show you my hand.
Speaking of frozen, I'm not sure whether or not Phil Locke can move his facial muscles under that disguise. That is a lot of makeup, but it's not preventing him from collecting some pots.
Actually, he could be Judd Hirsch in the Judd Hirsch story.
Locke's better half, Jennifer Tilley, has one of the most recognizable faces in the room, but there's no smile on it right now. Her all-in has just been called, and her cards come up second best, and she's knocked out.
I'm sure she wants to go tell Phil she's just been knocked out, but I don't think she can find him unless she's looking for Don Amici.
So the main event field continues to get smaller and smaller. Let's get back to the featured table and check on our main man, Phil Hellmuth.
Phil, listening to ABBA.
All right, action at this feature table continues with Kathleen Gleva. The attorney looks down at Ace-King offsuit.
By the way, what am I going to do with Phil Ivy? He's the best player, and he's won 1 bracelet in the last 6 World Series. He's making both of us look bad.
Yeah, he was your pick, right?
Yes, he was my pick. Okay, thanks for reminding me.
Jack 10 of diamonds for Gil George. He calls the 900 chip raise that Gleva made.
I should just pick Gil George to win the main event. Who do you got?
I have Kirill Gerasimov, the Russian. Watch out.
Good luck.
Ops folded. Hellmuth with pocket
Raise it
queens.
up. 23.
He makes it 3,200 total. It'd be 2,300 more to Gleva.
Actually, Hellmuth, despite all of our differences, is my second favorite, Phil.
Gleva called, and George will call. So 3 players. Phil leads the way with his pocket queens. Try to get Kathleen and Gil's chips here. Now the flop. 7, 9, 4. Hellmuth's queens are still good, but Gil picked up flush and straight draws. Gleva missed it. Phil is going to bet 4,500.
Hellmuth has changed his style of
My
late.
biggest bet of the tournament.
He's aggressive and mixing it up early in tournaments more than he used to.
And his big bet forces a fold from Gleva. Action on Gil George now. Straight and flush draws.
I'm gonna raise it.
And he's going to move all in. 25,500.
Wowie.
The old Phil would lay this down in a heartbeat early on in a tournament before he would risk most of his chips.
Why do I think you have the ace-jack of diamonds over there, buddy?
Pretty good read.
And he calls. Phil ahead with his queens against the draws of Gil George.
No, I have queens. I have queens. He called 2,300 more with Jack 10.
And if Jack 10 beats him, I fear for Gil George.
No kidding. And the whole Rio poker room. And ace is no help to George on the turn.
Hellmuth holding on, a 3-1 favorite. George needs an 8 for a straight or a diamond to stay alive.
River card is a 4.
Yes! Yes!
Hellmuth wins that big
Yes!
pot. And Gil George has been eliminated. Didn't you pick him?
Oh, geez, that wasn't official.
Battle, man.
Phil was put to the test with George's big bet. Phil rightly trusted his gut, and that is the planter's good instinct moment.
I can win a coin flip too, baby.
My other Phil is happy.
You're on the Hellmuth bandwagon now?
I went with my read. What do you want me to do?
Act like a socially adjusted, normal adult.
That deserves a celebration. Come on now. All right, all right.
A Phil with chips is a dangerous Phil.
The Planters Good Instinct moment is brought to you by Planters. Instinctively good.
As the main event field continues to shrink inside the Rio, one of the game's greats is on his way out.
Good luck, guys.
Doyle Brunson, winner of 10 bracelets and 2 main events, has been eliminated.
He is still the standard at age 74, both in quality of play and quality of character.
Doyle's last main event cash came in 2004. And I hope Jerry Yang brought the Dramamine today. He has been up and down and back again. In the hand right now with Las Vegas pro Michael Carroll, who's got 4 previous World Series cashes. Carroll moved all in on Jerry. And Jerry makes the call and loses the hand. So Carroll doubles up through the defending champion. Jerry takes a hit there, and he'll try to keep grinding it out.
And as Jerry Yang knows what a grind this main event is, nearly 7,000 began. And if you survive to day 2, you still have nearly 4,000 players left to beat.
2 new players at our featured table. Jim Ruffalo from Bakersfield, California, owns a couple of McDonald's franchises there. And Kenneth Terrell from Atlanta, Georgia, an attorney turned poker pro. Action on the 89 main event champion Phil Hellmuth on the Milwaukee's Best Light Pocket Cam. Phil has 5 tray of clubs. Phil will limp in for 400. Now Ruffalo, 5 tray of diamonds.
They both have 5 tray line.
Suited.
But not the same suit.
Action over to Kenneth Terrell. Terrell, ace-jack.
Terrell made a final table here at the World Series this year.
He'll call from the small blind for 200. And Donald Hobbs, pocket queens in the big blind. And he's going to move all in his last 3,800. Hellmuth folds his 5 tray.
Phil's calling card is patience. He will wait for another spot.
Ruffalo's 5 tray goes into the muck.
Call.
And a call from Terrell. And that will put Hobbs at risk. But Hobbs ahead with his pocket queens against the ace-jack of Terrell.
Hobbs' tournament on the line here against the former attorney from Atlanta.
Good luck, kid. You're back in it if you win.
For 38.25. Let's see the flop.
That was fun. You're back in it if you win this spot.
All right, Hobbs at risk. Here's the flop. 9, 9, 10. Hobbs still good with the queens.
Hobbs in great shape. Chris Moneymaker paid his entry into the main event. Moneymaker survived his day 1. Hobbs trying to do the same.
Turn card. Oh, the ace, and that's the one card Hobbs did not want to see.
And that will all but end Donald Hobbs' day. He will need a river queen or his main event is over.
River card is a 4, and that's it. Hobbs has been eliminated.
I had to call it. Man.
Let's begin.
I've been trying to do this all day. Very good.
Hobbs lived his dream today playing in the main event. We wish him luck. So at the end of the 4th and final day 1 session, some of the biggest names in the game have departed, but many are still in the hunt.
My eyes on the prize, $9 million. That's the goal, and anything less than that will be a disappointment.
Including the newly mild-mannered Havad Khan, the costumed Phil Locke, the surging Phil Hellmuth,
Yes!
and the defending champ Jerry Yang.
The dream survived.
3,629 survived and move on to day 2. For Norman Chad, I'm Lon McCarran. So long from the main event.